Talking with Words.
Hi, Meryl.
Hi.
Now, I want to ask you a couple questions about Halloween and scary movies, okay?
Okay.
What is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus? Why?
Because it has witches.
Witches are scary?
Yep.
Why are they scary?
Because
Why?
they're magical.
Do they use their magic bad?
Yes, they fly things.
They fly things? What else do they do?
They magic potions.
Yeah.
And they're mean.
And they're mean? Okay. Is there anything else that was really scary about that one?
Nope.
No. Do you remember the first thing you ever got scared of?
What? Zombies one?
I don't know. You tell me.
It was Zombies one.
Zombies from Disney?
Yes.
Is that a scary movie?
Not that scary.
Well, you're not scared of it anymore, right?
No.
No. What are you scared of now other than Hocus Pocus? Anything else?
Nope.
Are you a brave little chick?
Yeah. I'm not a chick, you're a booty. And I'm a chick.
I'm a booty?
Yeah.
I don't know if that checks out.
Work.
Okay.
Roar.
Oh, my. All right. You want to talk about anything else for scary movies and Halloween?
Let's do decorating houses.
Okay. What about it?
And then we're going to tell them downstairs.
Well, we're going to put this on the internet. Yeah.
Okay. Can I say it?
Yeah.
So, big skeletons and big witches. Big.
Is everything big?
Yep.
Do you like Halloween decorations in the house?
Yeah.
Do they scare you?
No.
Good.
And a big witch.
Oh, my. Okay.
Roar.
Oh.
Big witch.
Big witch. Ah. You got a little Hetfield in there.
And the zombie.
And a zombie, yeah.
Ghost.
Ghost. Yeah, the classics.
Kitty cat.
I don't think that's a scary. Oh, maybe a black cat.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
cough it up. You're choking.
Ah!
Oh. All right. You going to tell everybody bye?
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Next up, Charlie Ann.
What?
Want to tell me about the first memory you have of a scary movie?
Hocus Pocus.
You have Hocus Pocus too? Why?
I meant number one.
Oh, I meant Hocus Pocus as well. Sorry. Why is that scary?
Because it actually on the first start, it scares me.
In the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because the Hocus Pocus girls take the little girl.
Oh, they do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
What else about it scares you?
Because they try to kill people.
Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of scary. What are you scared of right now?
Halloween.
Why?
Because when it's dark, it scares me, and there's lots of spooky decorations.
Oh, you're scared of the decorations.
Yeah.
Are you scared of the dark?
No.
Okay, good. We're going to have to make sure you're not scared of the dark so we can get you broken in. All right, what else do you think about Halloween?
I like going trick-or-treating. I like going trick-or-treating with my friends.
You want to watch scary movies later?
No!
No. Not even your zombie movies?
Zombie movies are good.
They are.
Yes.
I agree.
They don't scare me.
Oh, it's because of you watch musicals.
No.
All right. Anything else you want to add to that conversation? Okay. Oh, that's a good ending. All right, say bye. Oh, my. That's it? That's Charlie Ann, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm done.
Hey, we got Cleve up next. Cleve, how you doing?
Man, I am doing great.
Can you look me straight in the eye for a little while?
Yes. I'm up here in the podcast. I've been waiting so long to be here, you know.
We're still going to do Oh Brother.
Oh, I can't wait.
You're on.
Are going to do Oh Brother.
All right, but tonight, tell me about your the first horror movie you ever saw that got you.
Yeah, you know, I mean, okay, so we're going to back it up just a minute now. Wait a minute, because we're talking about Halloween-ish things and horror movies and things like that. And, of course, I grew up my teen years were in the 80s. I graduated high school in 89. So all the typical ones that you can think of. But we're going to talk about a real life experience.
Oh, I like it.
I grew up in a little small town in southwest Arkansas called Gurdon, Arkansas, population 2,200 people.
Gurdon.
And we lived just outside there. My folks, we grew up out in the country, and me and my brothers were country kids riding bicycles and four-wheelers and stuff. And 3/4 of a mile down the road from where we lived is the Gurdon Light, made famous from, all the different TV mystery shows and things.
Oh, this is the Ghost Hill thing, or?
The Gurdon Light. Yeah, and you can go on Unsolved Mysteries, YouTube, wherever you want, and Google the Gurdon Light, and you'll see all these different documentaries and things. But I grew up with this thing. And so me and my brothers, we made it our life's mission, to scare the hell out of people that come walking down these railroad tracks because they were looking for the light.
Yeah.
And now, all kidding aside, I'm telling you, you could go down there on Highway 53 South out of Gurdon, and you could pull your car over to the side of the road, and you could walk 1/4 of a mile down the railroad tracks, and you would see that light.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen it in every form and fashion that you can imagine. I've seen it out in front of me. I've seen it behind me. I've seen it right in front of me, like 20 feet from me, and move and come over top of me and then be behind me. I mean, it will scare the ever-living crap out of you, trust me. But the legend is that there was a railroad man that was murdered down there on those tracks. And I believe his name was Will McLean. And he got himself murdered down there on the tracks. And the legend is that he is down there and he is looking for his head with his lantern.
Ah, okay.
And Stanford, Yale, all the way down to small colleges, like the local colleges like Southern Arkansas University and Henderson State.
Sure.
All the way to the, MIT, all these different people, and then all these independent people that have come and done these documentaries, Unsolved Mysteries, all these different TV shows. No one's ever been able to really solve the mystery, but the fact of the matter is that if you were a college kid going to Ouachita Baptist University or Henderson State University between the years of like 1980 and 1988, there's a pretty good chance that you found yourself walking down them tracks in the middle of the night looking for the Gurdon Light.
One way or another, huh?
And you got the ever-living shit scared out of yourself by the Clark brothers.
Oh.
We lived down there in that marsh, and we would scare people. And now you can see that light. I'm telling you, that thing exists.
What'd you guys do?
Trust me. So these trestles, a trestle is a fancy word in the railroad business for a bridge.
Everybody mark that in your calendars.
Yes.
It's the word of the day.
Yes, a trestle. And they would get about halfway out on these trestles with no return. It'd be, 30-foot drop on to the right or the left. And we'd have gasoline poured at the beginning and the end of this trestle. They'd get about halfway out. We'd light them on fire. They were trapped out there on the trestle. And then we'd start chunking rocks at them.
Jesus.
But we would scare them half to death because that was the whole thing, is that you come see the Gurdon Light, you bring your girlfriend, she's scared.
Sure, yeah.
She's scared. You're brave. You're gonna walk her down the track.
Right.
You're gonna impress her. But yeah, the Gurdon Light. I recommend anybody to Google that. And my most favorite Halloween memories in my entire life are spending time down there on the railroad tracks and scaring people, especially any day of the week, any day of the year, but especially on Halloween. And we grew up down there. I mean, those woods are still the woods where, even as an adult, that's where I deer hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, we lived down there. My parents still live there till this day. And we embodied the whole thing about the garden light, and that was our thing. And we scared so many people. And we would put a purse with some fishing string out on the track.
Yeah.
And as they were walking by, they would say, "Oh, there's a purse." And they'd bend down to pick it up. And as they would, right before they grabbed it, we would yank it, and that of course, we were hiding over in the woods, a bunch of little redneck teenage kids. So, yeah, it was great.
Just getting people to shit themselves, huh?
Just absolutely 100%.
I mean, that's a solid childhood moment.
Yeah. So that's it.
Love it.
That's my best Halloween story.
Love it. If you like Cleve's voice here, which you should, classic country, you're going to get him on Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which is coming up.
Oh, we can't. I can't
here in the
wait.
next couple of weeks,
I
probably.
can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be good.
Thanks, Cleve. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, Shelby.
Hey, Rob. What's up?
How's your night gone?
Well, it's going.
Yeah, it is. If you can hear any of the backup tonight, there is horrible karaoke going on downstairs. Or great, depending on what you think of karaoke. But, Shelby, what's your first memory of like a scary Halloween or horror movie moment?
I think I probably saw a lot of scary movies earlier than this, but the first one that really stuck with me was when I was a teenager, and I went to my sister's house. She was in college. I went to her house to spend the night, and we were just going to, watch some movies, have a girls' night, and she, I think, probably had some booze, which I didn't have.
Little M?
And
No way.
she, we started watching The Shining.
Oh, yes. Solid.
And I was like, oh, this is fun. This is great. This is good. And then she fell asleep. And all the lights were out, and we're like in this house that, I wasn't familiar with. And she fell asleep, and I was just sitting there watching The Shining by myself.
In the
I was
dark.
probably like 12.
Oh, that's a good age to watch The Shining.
Maybe like 11. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was too young.
Younger the better, really.
I was scared. It was scary.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Do you remember any specific pieces of that got you?
Honestly, I don't.
For me, it was always the random bear guy blowing the guy at the end when they were all running out. Maybe that was a dream I had. I don't know.
I think that must have
It's hard to tell these days.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was drinking that night. I don't know. Maybe I started drinking when.
That was the
she
night
fell
you started
asleep.
drinking.
This was the night I started drinking.
I'm just going to take that.
It's just continued from there.
Yeah. And
now I can
we've
just
grown
attribute all of my
forevermore.
issues to that. What up?
What's creepy about it? You leaving? No, you both have to do interviews.
If I have to do one, you have to do one.
For the record, Taylor and Whitney are trying to leave at 9:20, and they were late to the party.
Oh, a little late.
And she's here doing an interview.
And here I am.
This is all on the record.
I'll do mine tomorrow.
All right. I'll see you in the morning. 9 a.m.
Come up with a good story.
I haven't told you this, but you look so...
Likewise, bitch.
Hey, I'll text you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
That was Taylor, the liar. What were we talking about before those assholes interrupted us to wave goodbye?
The Shining, but I don't really like. I told you, I'm not gonna have any good content.
Well, that's good. Did you dress up and trick or treat as a kid? Because I know you lived in Springdale.
Yeah, I
in
did.
suburbia.
But like most little girls, I always dressed up in whatever was cutest. I wasn't trying to scare people. I think the scariest I got was being a witch one year. Hey.
You next?
We can hear you if you talk.
This is the second interruption we've had so far.
Just talk. It's okay.
No one knows what the notebook's for. She said a lot.
Oh, well, I don't doubt that because Rob is a part of everybody's.
I guess Cameron's part of this interview now.
Hot mic. Oh, sweaty balls.
Hey, Cameron, what was your first scary moment?
Am I on?
Yeah, you see those headphones in front of you? Put them on your ears.
Oh, God damn it.
Fucking
Big enough
donut.
for my
What happens?
giant ass head?
You don't want to do that.
Okay.
Changes everything.
It actually sounds like
Not as good.
we're on
It's almost official.
KSUK. Suck it on up, lovers.
When you came up here, you said you had a story, and now you're just saying random shit in the
Motherfucker.
microphone.
This is my lead-in.
Can you guys hear me chewing ice on here?
No, but
Not yet.
you should
Well, I
save
just
that. You
did.
should save that for mid-story of my story.
Okay,
Be like,
good.
He interrupted you. You can
Got
interrupt
it.
him.
I will.
fair enough.
Sure.
I don't even know your name. I'm Cameron.
I'm Shelby.
Shelby.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Shelby.
Yeah.
The straw stopped working. Hey, Cameron, what was your...
So back in
It's a paper straw. Those things are bullshit.
back in the late 1990s, which is a decade before this
Or
one,
3 ago.
and there was a phenomenon called shopping malls, and inside of these shopping malls were different stores, and these different
Heard of
stores
those.
sold different products, and there was one such store that sold a very eclectic mix of objects, and it was called Spencer's Gifts.
Oh, yeah.
And inside of one Spencer's Gifts in Northwest Arkansas was a gimmicky toy, not a toy, from a classic Stanley Kubrick movie called A Clockwork Orange.
Yes, it
and
was a
it-
toy
It was not a
for
it
the
was-
experience.
It was not a toy in my book, but the story will unfold that. So in Clockwork Orange, the protagonist is forced to watch heinous films with his eyes pinned open, really, by pressure. And
Played by the phenomenal Malcolm McDowell.
yeah, absolutely. Rob saw these and was like, I have an idea. So
Always
Young-
learning.
fourth grade couldn't have even been fifth grade. Had to be like fourth grade. Me is, just living on the farm, desperate for friendship, connection with human beings that aren't cows
Blown
And,
goats.
Isn't that how we all became friends with Rob?
in Arkansas for sure.
As far as I know, that's why everyone's here.
And
Our old
so
farm
I
days.
roll down old Bliss Street until I hit Gamble. And there on the
Really
corner
specific.
of Bliss and Gamble was arguably a house from 1,000 Corpses. But yeah, so I rock
That's
up
fair.
and I'm planning to play, I don't know, GoldenEye.
Yeah, because we just got it.
Yeah. Or maybe you guys actually had Warcraft 2, which was like mind-boggling because he used the World Wide Web. It was incredible. So I rock up to see my best friend Will, and lo and behold, his older brother, who was always just an asshole, is like, "Come on in, we're gonna have a movie night." Oh, a movie night, all right. So I get there, and they start wanting to watch like a scary movie, and I'm like, "Well, I'm too Christian for this, so I've just got to."
Hardcore Baptist.
Yeah, woofda. And
I wish we could have had somehow Shelby's face make a noise that.
Well, I've run into one of them before. Yikes. My uterus is your responsibility. But yeah, so I excused myself. No, I'm sorry, gentlemen. This movie is not for me. And I was like, oh, that was weird that you just got up and left like an hour before the scary parts start. Let's investigate this. See what this is about. So me being a good 100 pounds less than like the full-on adolescent teenage Rob when I'm just a juvenile little pipsqueak, which I'm totally not now.
He has not gained a pound.
Gets me back in the room where they're watching Halloween, and I actually think it was Halloween 2. I don't think young me
That sounds right.
knows the difference, but like looking back on what happened, because I had no choice, which we'll get to, what happened in the movie. I think it was Halloween 2. So they have this carpet. And they're like, hey, we're going to roll you up in a carpet. And I was like, oh, a carpet? I've never been rolled up in a carpet before. That sounds cool. I'm in fourth grade. This seems like a cool hazing activity that I want to be a part of. So I get rolled up in a carpet.
Time to learn.
And you're like, you're rolled up in a carpet. What's the worst that could happen? You just unroll yourself. they put me in the rolled up carpet in a sleeping bag where you can't unroll yourself from the sleeping bag.
It's critical thinking on our part.
If anyone was listening from the beginning of the story, the effing
Makings of the beginnings of a serial killer.
A Clockwork Orange
I don't know what you guys are.
torture glasses come out. It's like, hey, Cameron, let's put these on you. And believe it or not, my trust had been shaken since I was now imprisoned. And so they put these on, and I have to watch Halloween 2 as like a 9-year-old. And if anyone has watched A Clockwork Orange, what actually happens is they put eye drops in his eyes because he can't blink. That didn't actually register as something you needed to do. So I'm just like crusty-eyed
We had no eye drops.
watching Halloween 2. And
And you loved it.
This is
I hated Michael Myers for so much longer than anyone who actually like thinks through why things are scary. Like, this dude's just wearing a mechanic's outfit with like some face, but like it shook me for years.
I forgot all
can't
of
believe
that
you're
until
still
just
friends.
now, and I remember.
And you remembered all of it.
intently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, if I put him in that sleeping bag, he can't unroll himself.
I can't believe you ever.
Ryan was there, and I was just like, I remember thinking like,
Oh,
this is
that
something.
guy
This
did
is something
kill someone,
that,
actually.
that should happen to Ryan. This
Ryan
should not
did
be
actually
happening
kill
to
a
me.
person.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead.
So, that's my story.
Thanks for joining.
Oh boy, that was a nice little pop in.
Man,
That
what
was
about
good.
nostalgia, man? Oh, good days. Good
When
days.
you said like your first horror movie thing, I was like, "Are you talking about me? Because you were
good,
there."
good days.
Why weren't you the first interview of the night? Because
Obviously, you need to build up to these things.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like that's all you needed.
the memories are flooding back, and now I'm thinking I could do better.
You could do better than that kind of torture.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
you could.
How's this guy still friends?
You've got more resources.
So,
Anyway,
wait.
as you were.
Hey, thanks
That
for
was good. That was good.
coming on the podcast.
That was a good one.
Off you go. So I've always been a serial killer, apparently.
I mean,
You knew for a while,
I've known you for a long time.
20 years,
I've had a feeling. I mean,
since you were a baby.
Mostly because you told me. But
Well, I did come out right away and say,
I was
hey, I like killing people. It's pretty much my
and
jam.
like when we had the serial killer parties back in the day, like you just
didn't
dressed
dress
as
up?
yourself. You were just
It's like, why are you guys
yourself.
wearing that weird shit? I thought we were going to
Yeah.
go out on the town.
You were like the serial killer party is that we're going to serial kill.
You guys don't want to follow people
Today.
from Walmart?
Oh, now I get it.
I thought we were just going to follow
I
people
didn't
home
catch
and
it then, but now I see.
see what the inside of their houses look like.
The
Where they
little creepy
slept.
crawl.
Oh, what was it called?
Creepy crawl.
What was it called?
It
No,
was a creepy
it's a
crawl.
creepy crawl,
It
you're
was a
right.
creepy crawl.
I'm cutting my mistakes out. I won't because I don't cut shit out. When we watched all those serial killer documentaries back to back to back to back to back to back to back,
Yeah,
we learned a lot.
it's a good time.
I
I mean,
I learned a lot.
that was back when Netflix, you had to order your DVDs, and
yeah.
you had like the queue, and Ryan and I shared one, and so I'd have like my queue of all my stupid movies, and he kept moving the serial killer documentaries to the top, and
Manson one was pretty good.
we would all get together and just watch those.
If you listen to this and you don't know what DVDs are, they're small discs that used to play movies.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot like CDs for movies. If you don't know what CDs are, they're small discs that used to play music. You youngins.
And can you imagine now, like, having Netflix and, like, having to wait for your DVD to arrive? Like, I really want to watch that movie. It should be here in a day or two.
I would definitely kill people.
Well, you already do.
Well, I mean, more.
Yeah.
Aggressively.
So
Would you like any of the Meat Baby I made tonight?
I didn't have any of the meat baby. I did take a picture of the meat baby.
I would
though.
start with the head. That's the white pork.
Did you eat any of it?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to eat all of it.
That was well timed.
Yeah, it was. It worked out perfectly.
That's really good. That was good. Yeah. So
I feel like you're trying to get off of this
I don't have
Oh, I better go downstairs. Someone's probably looking for me.
I've got all these people that know where I am.
That door looks like it's deadbolted.
Like you are wearing the. I mean, I feel like the people on the podcast should know what you're wearing.
I
Can
keep
you
forgetting.
attach a picture to it because it's?
I'm gonna
creepy.
have to because I keep forgetting what I look like right now.
It's creepy. I just took that picture. So
If you don't know who Dr. Roxo is, look him up immediately. He's oh God, I'm fat. Let's edit that down.
I'll send it.
I
to
should
you.
not
You can-
sit. I should not sit during a picture. I should stand always. I think that's a goal. Everyone should know. If you're taking a picture and your gut's going to be in it, don't sit down. Stand up. I'm not a fat person, but I
good.
look like a fat clown right now.
Listen, nobody looks good sitting down. It's okay.
Said the lady that weighs 97 pounds and runs marathons.
Untrue. I mean, I do run marathons at the 97 pounds.
Sorry, 98 and a half.
Right.
Do you remember?
My drink weighs 98 and a half.
Your drink is fucking gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we went and saw, which one was it? Was it Took?
Was it the one I fell asleep?
When we dropped that bottle of whiskey down the thing?
Oh, and did Ryan get mad at us?
Probably. He got mad a lot.
Yeah, I remember. And what's really funny about that is, like, I feel like Ryan was the one causing problems most of the time, but I do remember going to the movies with him, and I think he got really mad at us for.
We were talking a lot loudly. And then I think Jason dropped the whiskey bottle and it just went down the stadium seating. Tink, 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 tink. It never broke. I don't know how.
No.
But we all smelled like paint thinner by the end of the movie.
Did we go down and get it?
I didn't. I couldn't walk.
I don't remember, so there's all you need to know.
That
about
helps.
that.
Yeah. That's good.
We saw a lot of movies
We
where I
had
fell asleep during.
yeah, we had a long range of horror movies that most of us didn't make it through
Yeah.
in those days. Big old case of beer and a gallon and a half of bourbon.
Must not have been very hard to smuggle drinks into the movies.
I mean, we just walked in with them.
I mean, like, I just remember getting the biggest bag that I had, and Brian would be like, "Here, put all this in there."
Shove
He
this
would
in there.
And he would just shove a bunch of beers in my purse, and I'd walk in like, "Oh, no big deal. This is just my 30-pound purse."
Don't mind me. Yeah, it makes a sloshing noise because it's advanced and it's connected to the internet.
There's like just cans all over the floor.
And we all got drinks of just ice because we had like our own Cokes.
We don't need any of your drinks. We've got booze in my bag.
We had one
Fine.
20-ounce Coke between the four of us and a gallon of Jim Beam.
Ugh.
I want to taste the bourbon, I think is what your grandma used to say.
Yeah.
Wise woman.
Mimi. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I like to taste the bourbon.
I also think the only thing she ever said to me is, "Oh my." Which, if I had a nickel for any time someone looked at me and just went, "Oh my," I'd be a rich man.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thank you.
Oh my.
Yeah, let's. Oh my. Now,
There's a football player
we
dancing
have-
around the room.
I don't think I've mentioned this before, but tonight is my annual costume party, and
We're all in costumes. Bubba's
another guest has come in. Bubba is really fucking feeling it right now.
dancing to. Is there music on?
Oh, they're karaoke down there. He's halfway deaf.
He's just dancing.
Yeah.
He's dancing to the music in his head.
Well, I've got videos of him singing "My Own Prison" into a hot dog wiener that I put in his hand while he was asleep. Yep, that's the move.
He's really
I
getting
wish
it.
you guys could see this. You want to jump in here?
And the pointy fingers.
You want to join us?
I like how everybody that comes
Yeah,
in here
no,
acts like
you
they
can use
can't-
words. You can
they act
you can
like
talk.
They can't talk. Just,
Podcast is 100% audio, so
Right here.
yeah, that's it. Put that headphone on.
Oh,
wait, your voice works again.
good, yo.
Hey, oh, there you go.
Oh,
That's
there
the
you
good
go,
crunch.
man.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
There you
No.
go. Absolutely. Yeah.
We're talking about well, we've been going back and forth talking about
We're talking about a lot of.
horror and first scary experiences.
Oh, absolutely.
You got one of those. Well, you've been in a lot more situations that are actually scary.
yeah. Besides law enforcement.
I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely,
that's kind of
yeah,
that
absolutely.
hits up there.
Yeah. So
Do you remember like one of your first being scared of stuff?
had a lot of them. Probably Sebastian County. Yeah, probably about, I think it was about 4 years ago now. Yeah, had a deputy shot, killed, and
Keep it light.
so
Well,
Yeah.
that is scary.
it was it was a little bit standoff, but we got the guys, we got the suspect arrested,
Yeah.
and had to work the crime scene and all that stuff like that. But it was a bad deal. Had a deputy shot and killed, so work that.
Sorry, I had to see that.
Bub used to be law enforcement for 25?
Arkansas State Police for 27 years.
27.
Yeah,
27.
27
Just
years.
retired.
Yeah, retired January 1st.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
What's the first scary movie you ever saw?
Oh my gosh! I think Jaws.
Jaws,
believe it or not, is rated. It was so Jaws before. In fact, the day before we left for vacation.
It's always right before you go to the beach.
Oh, yeah.
It's always
Home-
on
Used to be.
Yeah,
TV.
hometown. So my dad took me to see it in our hometown, this small town, Clinton, Arkansas. You've been there, Rob?
If you don't know, at the time they did not have a street light.
No, they did not. Yeah, absolutely. So took us to. So my dad took me to the matinee, and went there about. I think it's a 7:30 movie. Went there, and you see Jaws eating a guy out of a boat.
Oh yeah.
Then we left for Florida the next day. So how was that supposed to work out? So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Happy swimming.
But the best part of that is Dad decided he was going to get our meal for us. So he's like, I'm going to go for lobster. So my dad takes his snorkel and his mask and all his fins. So Mom and I are up on the beach, and Dad says, I'm going to get our meal for the night. We're going to cook this. It's going to be great. He goes out there and thinks he sees a shark. Throws all of his stuff up, and he starts. Of course, my dad at that time was 350 pounds. Starts
I forgot
swimming.
he was fat.
Yeah, starts swimming.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, starts swimming in like at 4 knots. Beaches himself, and we're laughing. He beaches himself, and it turned out to be seaweed that he saw. He thought it was Jaws.
Brushes against his leg and he just hauls ass.
Absolutely, that's how it worked out. So yeah.
What do you live? I mean, you lived out in the country. You were on acreages, and you had you were away from the city. So what, like your first recollection of being scared of something out and about?
Yeah,
in just your area.
Yeah, so I think
As a kid.
I think growing up in a rural area, I think coyotes was the big thing because you see them snarling.
You can
and
hear
all
them
that.
and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could have 3 coyotes. It sounds like 50,000 of them out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely, exactly. So you get scared of that, and I think that was my big thing, my big fear, and you try to watch out. Growing up on a farm, of course, my grandparents had I think it was about it's 400 acres that they had.
Yeah, you're talking about Pops?
Yep, Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Taylor. So they had 400 acres, and it was you watch out for things like that, and sleeping out under the stars because they had a turkey farm at the time.
Sure.
So they had a contract with Purina. I think it was who it was at the time. I remember the side of the trucks. So
okay, yeah.
So we slept out in the stars because hell, coyotes try to get out under there and eat the turkeys, obviously. So we camp out and all that and stuff. So yeah.
Not to mention those chicken fuckers.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Chicken fuckers, you got to watch out for those too. Yeah.
They're out
So
in the force.
yeah. And of course, as a kid, I was scared to death because we'd hear the turkeys, they'd rile up and all that stuff. So we'd
as soon as they jumped the fence or something.
Yeah, he would jump out. And of course, I'd cover up with a blanket and stay there on my cot out in the middle of a field because I didn't know what was going on. So I was a little kid. So absolutely.
You probably got a lot of good stories of being out in the woods and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Meeting Uncle Steven
Yeah.
one-on-one.
Exactly. You think about clowns and stuff coming out of the woods and stuff like that. You're just like, scared. So
now, I will say, I'm not going to go into detail, but Bub's favorite song is My Own Prison.
it is. Yeah. I've got
Did you sing it yet?
No, we're not yet, but we're getting there. I think
Still early.
I think it's coming
early.
up. It's still too early, but
It's early.
I think My Own Prison is it kind of explains things, and
You are older than me.
so My Own Prison explains things. I mean, you listen to the words and all that stuff like that, and you kind of relate to that. And
I dig it.
of course, when you got a great brother-in-law like I do, so it's kind of helps share that feeling. So you can share that experience with him. So
I just like everybody to have a good time
exactly.
and take good
At the
pictures of everyone.
hey, wait, is that expense of others? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
expense of others.
Preferably.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
It always comes back on me 10 times. So
Yeah, I think we ought to throw Will in there too.
I'm dressed
Because
like a
I know
fucking
because he
weird
laughs about
clown,
that dinner because we
so.
just rehashed all that
Actually,
shit.
I think you should go down and slap Will in the face with your dick.
We able to say that in there?
Metaphorically, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah, this is HBO. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, we just shared that bullshit on the air down there. So yeah, so Will's like, dude, you had that damn hot dog in your mouth. I was like, I have no recollection of that, man.
All right, now I'm gonna have to tell a story.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. So
This man was staying at my house, and we drank a lot, and he was a beer man, and we fed him a bunch of hard liquor.
Yeah.
And he came back in the house in the basement and crawled under the pool table to take a little nap.
of course, nice and cool because it's in the
And
basement.
It,
so,
it was, yeah. I mean, you weren't wrong.
No,
You just
no.
fell asleep in the wrong company. And either my house is falling apart or my garage is opening.
That's why I love the shit out of you,
Me,
dude. I got a great brother-in-law.
me and my brother, who you have heard be drunk as fuck on other episodes, took hot dog and hot dog buns and made them look like gigantic penises and put them in his hand so that it looked like he was shoving them into his mouth, and then took a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, so what I'd like to say, so I got a rebuttal on that. So, because this is sort of like court, I like how to rebuttal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
The defense, please.
unfortunately, in my position, I fell asleep because I was tired, and
Pass out,
my
fall asleep,
hand just happened to fall asleep
Yeah, in an upright position.
in an
In the
upright
perfect
position
to hold
right
some
next to your face.
sausages.
in the
When I see
in a
opportunity,
cup,
just reach out and
in a cup,
grab it.
in a cup position. So yeah, so go ahead,
You were
Rob.
cupping.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
He was
were
no.
cupping.
Oh, he was cupping.
The hot dogs.
And after we had, I was like, I sounded like a car that couldn't start when I was in there trying to put these in his hand, like. And
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't remember any of
The
that.
wheezy laugh.
Exactly. Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
then we took a bunch of pictures, and we were listening to music, and I said,
Yeah.
Bubba, and slapped him. I was like, "Are you okay?" And he said, "I'm in my own prison."
Yeah. So
Because Creed was
they
on.
do this, and I've got a hot dog in my hand, which is making it look like I'm taking a hot dog in my mouth.
Is that what it?
Yeah.
is that
You
what
were
that
kind of
was?
taking it in your
Yeah.
mouth.
I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
Well, I mean, you can think anything you want on that position because I was wrong. They were right because they've got me by the nads.
Well, at least by the dog.
Exactly.
Sounds
So.
like you had something by that.
So anyway, yeah. So the song that happened to be playing was Creed, which is a great band because I worked narcotics for 20 years, and
Now he listens to
yeah.
remember
So
this
my
moment
own-
of his life.
yeah. So My Own Prison is
Remind me of
playing.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
those days.
Which of the days of an undercover
The time I
van?
cupped the hot
Yeah.
dogs.
In the days of an undercover van,
taste
we're
it.
listening to My Own Prison and driving around buying
Sometimes he drinks hot dog
methamphetamine.
water and listens to the song.
Exactly. Buying methamphetamine and everything else off people, making cases against drug dealers. And here we go. And this is the song. So this is where we stand today. My brother-in-law, which I love dearly, and this is our song. So my own prison.
Which
So.
we will be singing.
And
Are you
we'll
guys
be
gonna-
singing a
Are you
duet.
guys gonna sing some?
Oh, yeah,
hot,
absolutely.
Sing and
Absolutely,
drink
yeah.
some hot dog water
Absolutely,
together.
yeah.
I
at the
think
same
Absolutely.
I think we're
time?
taking shots of hot dog water.
Oh,
Exactly.
good.
Scott, stap it out.
He's a
Yeah.
great guy.
That's
So
a
yeah,
great-
absolutely.
Great idea.
Look forward to that. So
Good.
he's a good man. So it's a good podcast.
That was a great segment.
That was a great segment. So yeah, you're a good man. So, and I appreciate everything. And it's, oh my God. Hey,
What a sweetheart.
man,
You
hey,
guys are so cute.
What a
I feel
cuddle
like you
puff
guys
over
need
here.
to
Look at this
hug.
guy.
It's so
Oh, we're gonna
so
fuck
here-
later.
So here's my deal. Here's my deal with this guy. I mean, yeah, listen, we got drunker than shit at that damn house and a men's night on the basement. But damn, they screwed me over. But he's a good guy, so I was trying to get a nice sleep under the pool table.
You did kind of set yourself up for that.
I did.
And you told everybody tonight the one thing that they should know about coming over.
Yeah.
And what was it?
Well,
don't fall asleep.
You don't fall asleep in this damn house. I've already told 3 or 4 people there.
Yeah, they all left.
If you're spending the night,
scared.
don't fall asleep in this damn house because you're going to get fucked over one way or the other. So, exactly.
All right, Bub. I appreciate the storytelling.
Love you, brother.
Love you, bud.
Be safe.
Shelby.
Good times.
You're probably going to still be here next time.
Huh? I know. I gotta go.
Oh.
I'm not leaving, but I'm leaving the podcast.
Oh, we'll see. All right. To be continued.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Stephanie, a friend I've known for,
long time.
15, 16, 17 years?
Oh, at least.
Minimum?
Yeah.
Can you look at me straight in the eye at this point? People have been having trouble looking at me.
I can. It's sexy.
It's the clown outfit.
It's when you smile that makes it really, yeah.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So do you remember the first horror movie that you watched that scared the shit out of you?
Man, probably Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. That would have to be probably.
Like the originals?
Yeah, the originals back in the day. Yeah, and I mean, I guess you think back now, it's like, was it really that scary? But,
Well, I mean, at the time, they weren't doing anything like it.
Yeah. So those were, but I'll tell you one of my favorites, though, like the one I, was April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. Remind me. I think I've seen it.
That's the one. I can't remember. I mean, it's been ages. Like there's a group that goes away and people start, of course, getting killed by whatever. And
Is this the one where the kids stay like back at college and everybody else goes?
No, I don't think so. I think they like go on a vacation to like if I'm remembering correctly, but it's like it's been.
Well,
it's
a
been,
minute.
It's been maybe 10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few. But like probably the first one that scared the crap out of me was Annabelle.
Oh,
I was like, I got to get my Jesus fix and my Disney fix because I'm like, I can't. This shit's real.
People don't like those dolls.
No,
and that's why Chucky was so popular.
No, and I was like,
yeah, inanimate objects moving around fuck people up.
No, not supposed to do that. They need to stay still.
Do you remember what scared you like as a kid? Like for a lot of people, it was like just going outside at night in the woods and stuff like that.
My grandparents' house was haunted. The ghost was, we called him Hey There.
Oh, Hey There.
And so we did not ever want to go upstairs without the door open because they had a door at the bottom of the stairs. And then, when you went upstairs, the attic doors, were just.
You're good.
Just kidding. You could just walk into the attic. Wasn't like a pull down.
Oh, okay. It was just open.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so it was, we were like, we would prop the door open, all the grandkids,
Yeah. You got an escape route?
Yeah, because it was like, you got to hit it running.
I used to do the basements.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I don't, but I mean, that was kind of like, growing up, when you grow up in a small town, what do? You run around at night. And,
yeah. Just raise hell.
Yeah. Play Spotlight and, run around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but the Hey There, yeah.
What's the last movie you saw or story you heard that got you?
One of my friends was telling me that I guess it's his parents' house or something like that, maybe up in Michigan or whatever. And they're going down to the basement, or his little brother's going down to the basement to go get something, and he didn't come back up. And so he went to look for him, and his brother was just sitting there on the steps.
Oh.
Doing just looking at whatever.
Stoic.
And there was something, and I'm thinking, yeah. I get that.
Got you a little bit?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to, kind of like going up to Old High,
Old High is creepy at night.
Yeah. I used to do lock-ins with kids and make them do scavenger hunts.
Yeah. I worked there multiple nights and would go up and take pictures and be like, I don't want to go that far.
Yeah. I never saw anything.
Yeah.
But there's lots of teachers who talk about things they saw there.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, how old is it?
Yeah. 20s, 27, I think was built. 1927.
So almost 100 years old?
Yeah.
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 It's creepy.
Yeah.
People should get married there.
Yeah, they should get married. They're right on the front, right on the front.
right,
They,
right,
you know,
right in the graveyard.
yeah, right in the graveyard, right up there. It's beautiful, you know.
No, that was perfect.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to just throw out there?
Oh, you never know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
Yep.
I try to be good.
You're good.
I try.
Look at that lace across your brow.
Dread Pirate Roberts. Well, I was drinking with my left hand, you know, because
You were really committed to the
I was
role.
committed. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Again, this is a costume party, and I'm just pulling people out to talk about horror shit. So, Stephanie's dressed as Dread Pirate Roberts, and she's committed to the role. She's drinking out of her left hand.
Yeah.
She's a champ.
Yeah. 'Cause, you know.
Hey, thanks for giving me a few minutes.
No problem.
Doing some flashbacks to the. All right, awesome. Thanks, thanks, Stephanie. Do you want to use your real name or a different name?
I can use a real name.
All right, Philip. Thanks for coming in.
I'm glad to be here.
Do you remember the first movie you saw that scared the shit out of you?
The TV show, actually.
What was it?
Salute Your Shorts. Zeke the plumber.
Oh, we're going like early 90s.
Yes.
Camp on Awana.
It's terrifying.
Did it like stick with you for a while?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep for like a couple of weeks. I'm
Not
serious.
even Are You Afraid of the Dark, which was the superior Nickelodeon
Well,
horror.
I love the show, but
Yeah.
that episode, like, there was like a disco ball.
Yeah.
And he like came out.
Oh, I know it.
It was
Wait,
terrifying.
You know this episode?
There's Marv. I watched all those shows.
There's Marv.
Did you read like any of the horror stuff like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or
No.
no? So you weren't really a horror guy.
No.
You just got pushed into it now.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what was the like first childhood horror scary trauma you ever had? Do you remember?
Like
Other
from a
than me
show?
like standing outside of your house in the window dressed like this.
Oh man, like scary situation.
Philip, are you an OG Bentonville friend? Or are you a recent acquaintance?
Oh, I've been around for a while.
Okay. I guess we haven't met before.
Yeah.
I'm Cameron, by the way.
I'm Chase.
Oh, you're not even,
What's my name?
your name's not even Philip?
Philip.
Who the fuck is Chase? You've been lying to me for years. All right, well I guess we're going with Chase from now on.
Philip.
Also, Cameron is now going to be in every interview, apparently.
I don't remember. So what's the question?
like Halloween style horror, not like real life. Like, oh shit, my dad just died in front of me by a killer in an alley because now I'm going to be the Batman.
Chase, I hope that didn't actually happen.
People start like.
His dad's still around,
I don't think I
looking
have
good.
one. Yeah, I don't think I
You
have
don't,
one.
you don't have like a fear.
Oh, I do remember
Is it women?
one of our classmates got kidnapped in first grade,
Well, that's fucked up.
and that like stuck with me a little bit.
Yeah, that would probably put an impact on your life. Yeah.
It was Arby's and Rogers.
They got kidnapped from the
They
Arby's
got
and Rogers.
somebody had robbed like the Arby's.
Somebody
I'm not
things
making
things you should not laugh at.
Hold on, I don't want to make any jokes. Were they recovered, or did the
They
kid-
were. The she was okay, but like
Okay, now I'll make
I'd
jokes.
gone to school and I don't even know where this girl lives
You
now.
know what she ordered?
I know, but
A Jamocha
This is
shake, and
bad.
she's still waiting for it.
what I
today.
couldn't figure out. This is what was confusing to me, and I remember I was like first or second grade. Is I couldn't figure out how this happened at Arby's like early in the day.
Yeah, because all those Arby's guys is.
Well, I thought it was like a lunch thing. I remember going.
You stopped
"This
to get
sounds
an
like
Arby's breakfast.
I was like, this sounds like some bullshit.
I
Like,
don't need food. I just have to take a shit.
so I never figured out like, and I don't know who this girl is today, but I remember.
Was it a field trip? I assume.
No, yeah, we were at school, and this girl whose name was Jessica, and she was like, Jessica's
Mark that from the record real quick.
been like kidnapped, or not kidnapped, but her family was like held up at the Arby's and Rogers.
Oh wait, hold on. It changed. They were held up.
Oh my god.
No. Like I think they were like
she was abducted.
somebody
they
apparently
take-
tried to rob the Arby's.
Yeah.
And they happened to be there.
And they were like, "Fuck this money. Let's take this kid."
It was a family. It was like
That's
people,
way
It was like
better.
the people at the Arby's.
These people shopping at Arby's clearly come for money.
This is why I eat. This is why I eat
ransom
it.
is our better
They were
motive here.
Getting
I'm a
their
Wendy's
5 for
guy.
5.
For a
Wendy's is
reason.
where the real money is.
If you want to kidnap kids, Wendy's has redheads, and they are rare.
Which
It's,
Wendy's?
it's clearly Chick-fil-A. Can we be real?
Chick-fil-A is just Christians and sodomists.
Or
but I guess it's my first
Allegedly.
like.
I have to cut that too.
not gonna get a sponsorship from Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is not giving us money. We like people fucking each other way too much.
Ooh.
James is up next.
James left before I got here.
No, not that James.
Oh,
Not my James.
not the sodomite James.
Other James. Poor fella. What else want to talk about?
I don't know.
Chase Phillip.
Any other questions? I don't know.
Let's see. You say you got. You're not scared of anything. Making this real easy on me. What was the first costume you ever dressed up as Halloween?
Oh man.
Tell me it was a tampon.
That's a hard question.
I was a pirate in preschool.
In preschool?
Holy shit!
I was a pirate.
memory.
Yeah.
And then
I don't remember last week.
I was a clown.
Like this?
Chest hair included.
Not exactly, but
I'm
As
definitely
an infant.
I'm posting a full body picture of me with this podcast so everyone knows what everyone's talking about. Because every single interview has been like, you're fucking creepy right now.
no, not a clown. Like
Totally different than all other podcasts.
Very different. I'm definitely not wearing makeup in every single podcast.
Great smoky eye.
Man, I know how to do it. My sister-in-law taught me. It's Marv over there on
She's
the couch.
dead.
So, do you watch horror movies at all?
I don't.
I know Shelby does.
A little bit.
Your beloved.
News to me.
Have you ever been to a haunted house?
Yes.
This is podcast
I think
gold.
I've been to one.
Just
I think it
Was it in Arkansas?
one
I
time
think-
somewhere.
I think it was like.
Are you thinking
Was
of
it-
Do they have them at the-
Orlando?
Do they have them
Missouri
at the
State Line?
fair?
What?
I feel like they have them at the fair. Do they have them at the fair?
I don't know.
I feel like I've been in one at the fair.
I need more. Are we talking about the Benton County State Fair?
Or the Benton County Fair.
I don't know why I said state after I said the word county.
Yeah, those things don't match up.
I feel like I've been to one at the fair.
He's just been selling weed to
If
girls
we
that got
didn't,
possessed.
if we
and
didn't
ripped apart.
already give dox our friend Phillips, comma Craig, with also the county where he grew up, easy to find. His social security number is as follows:
123-99-643. Well, at the very least, you're dressed up like a banana or a beer, and I appreciate
beer.
that.
It's supposed to be a beer.
What else you want to tell people? Hey, you want to buy some ad space?
Not really.
it's literally less than donating to the children at
It is.
Chick-fil-A.
It is. We can pump your houses.
You can actually save 12 children cheaper than sponsoring this podcast. But anyway, Rob, go ahead.
Oh, that's
I
all I
like
got.
the mouse pads.
Hey, thanks. We got them from Ed Money. Not really.
Not from Chick-fil-A.
No, Chick-fil-A actually sponsored those because our dicks aren't out. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
So the cops?
You're missing a battery in the
Yeah, that's
smoke alarm.
unless the cops are inside the house.
I know one is.
And he's the most
And
drunk
he's
person here.
shit-faced. All right.
His name is Philip, comma Craig.
Philip Chase, thank you for being on here,
Oh, it was
telling us
It was
some
fun.
of your memories.
You're welcome.
You did not have fun. I can tell just
I
by
had,
looking
I
at you.
had a good time.
You need to come and
I
we
just-
can watch a episode of a TV show you pick out.
Oh, I might have suggest salute your
Yeah,
shorts.
Salute Your Shorts was
No,
equal
he's not going to get to pick it out. We're going to watch that episode and we're going to videotape him watching it and
It's
going into
terrible.
But it
shock.
needs to start with like 5 minutes of a different show so that he's lulled into a sense of I wonder what's going to happen. Oh God, I know this one.
We're going to watch the intro to the first episode of Grey's Anatomy, and then we're going to switch to that. And then about 3 minutes in, when he starts to get nervous, we're going to switch to the last 10 minutes of House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh my God. I would actually say like the last 20 minutes of Devil's Rejects. That one fucked me way
yeah.
worse.
That's pretty bad.
So does he like watch all the B movies?
Do you see him too?
But actually,
No, I don't.
I do, but I don't get asked about them. I just do it on my own time for free.
Well, he lives in Australia.
He does?
So when he's in town, I try and get him on when I can.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
We have similar tastes. He used to live here. He was Will's like childhood lover.
But buddy,
So how'd you get there?
We got on a plane.
I went to well, actually.
I love how every time he answers one of your questions, he turns his mouth away from the mic.
That's the most boring answer anyone could give on it. Hey, how'd you get to Australia? I went to school down there.
Well,
So
you
glad-
gave the answer.
So glad
No, the reason we almost watched
Don't
a
French it
movie-
up, Dirt.
We almost watched a crappy movie last night about this lady that went to Australia for wine on Netflix.
That does sound crappy.
It
Please,
was
God,
called-
never come to
It
Australia
was
for
called
wine.
it was called The Perfect Pairing.
It is Australian wine is abominable.
You know, if you want to watch,
Abominable.
something from Australia that's good, Mad Max or Mr. In Between.
Oh, come on.
So like you live there permanently?
I'm trying to get my permanent residency.
That haircut.
Yeah.
Did like they let y'all out of the
Priscilla,
out
Queen of the Desert, is what I was getting at.
So
Did they let
we
you out
have
of the-
that
like, you
scheduled
also
in
had the-
for the gay couple
Okay.
that really wants to do it.
Do you
It's
also have the
coming in
COVID stuff?
Great for gays and straights alike.
He has said that's the one movie. So James's partner has said it's the one movie he will do on the podcast.
Malcolm McDowell fucking owns that movie. Not to mention
Guy
Hugo
Pearce,
Weaving and Guy
Hugo
Pearce.
Weaving, yes.
Yeah, but Malcolm McDowell, even amongst the cast, Malcolm McDowell
It's got a great
fucking
cast. I've never seen it.
owns it. It actually, like all that shit that we saw in the newest Mad Max, Fury Road. Yeah, Fury Road, where they're like, oh, we've got this guy with like amps and shit and like all this umbrella shit fanning out behind him, and it makes this like atmospheric shit. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, did that for trans in Australia like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how good Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is. I guarantee you, they watch that movie like, this is metal as fuck. Let's put this in a Mad Max movie.
Man, this reminds me of Kiss.
For real, but with minus Gene Simmons.
There's those cops again.
Straight Ace Frehley.
Hey,
Buy Ace Frehley. He can do whatever he wants.
Philip Chase, how much have you had to drink tonight?
About 5 drinks, probably. 6.
Okay, let me
Look at
ask
this
you
guy.
this.
Still has a count of his
Well,
drinks.
let me ask you this
Good man.
question then.
Good man.
What do you think of the Redcoats?
British.
Be honest. Be honest.
can't
Hold
trust him.
nothing back.
You can't trust them.
The first time I ever met Philip Chase, he was
Philip
shit-faced, just
Not from Benton County, Arkansas.
going off on Redcoats.
I'm an American.
I had no idea where it was coming from, no idea where it was going. I listened to it for about 22 minutes and then went, all right, this has no plot, and left. And then I saw him again a couple days later, and he was,
Hey,
This.
remember all that knowledge I dropped on you on the Redcoats?
are you with us?
We should be friends.
America's ours. No taxation.
13 colonies are bust.
We're fun. All right. Thanks, Philip Chase.
Yeah, no problem.
You look like you're ready to just get the fuck out. You're like itching.
No,
Like a
I got-
crackhead.
I gotta pee.
Oh, that might be it.
Got to go pee.
All right. Later, Tater.
Yeah, likewise.
You too.
My mic blocks my eyesight. I need to be able to lock eyes.
I want to be able to look right in this face.
Meow. Wow. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom.
You got anything not Seinfeld to add to this conversation? Because I need to get my next guest.
Yeah, should I vacate or was it beneficial?
No, that was good.
Okay.
You can sit in. Also, were you there when I threw someone in a back of my truck?
Was it Stuart or Jim?
Probably.
Actually, no. It was we wrote the movie.
It was like your little
it was-
film for school.
It was supposed to be Stuart or Jim, but it was just Will pretending
Oh,
to be this person. So you like picked him. It was in the fucking Catholic parking lot, right?
yeah. I had my little Ford Ranger from like 1998.
And you like get out of the car and like slam the door, and then it doesn't shut, so you walk back and close it again. The production value was off the charts.
It's crazy. And I was wearing
Your Punisher shirt.
my Punisher shirt and my black trench coat, which I could only wear for a few more years. because of people are shit.
Once the asthma kicked out,
Man, that ruined it.
You were a scrawny bitch when the asthma was still around.
I was scrawny. I was always a scrapper though. I brought you back to be tortured.
I just imagine rather than her eyes closed, peacefully sleeping, that Rayanne's over there just like clutching. She's clutching the
Her eyes
blanket
aren't even
to
closed.
her face. She's just like,
she's looking at us like, listen, you guys are doing this wrong.
I knew she was awake. I
All
knew
right.
it. No, you need to hop on the mic. He's dead. I hate
Fiance.
I hate to be the one to break the news, but he died.
All right, you got 15 minutes.
The life insurance is going to come through though, so all those basketball cards, you're set for life.
You know what's weird is he left them to me.
It's so weird.
Thanks,
taking
Philip
off the
Chase.
headphones. Like, you can't hear shit.
Yeah, it's humanness.
Are we recording?